So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down on the Friday grid. It's Friday already, and for some of us, that means the end of the week. And it means also the beginning of a very long weekend. But I am winding down tonight, and it is rather late. But I'm winding down on a 2023 Centauro Negro Amaro. And this has all of the characteristics you would expect, again, to any of the Italian varieties, right? Especially in the dry reds here. This is especially nice. It's like a blast of fruit on the nose. We're talking about, you know, your typical dark stone fruits, some red stone fruits, but really the Heidelbeeren, the little German berries, right? They just kind of punch through that. It reminds me of the winter plums and the Heidelbeerys that grow out in the wild along the nature trails. You can just pick them and eat them as you go, and it's quite nice. It is as smooth as it can be. It's got fantastic legs. It is a deep, deep ruby. There's no transparency, no translucence, nothing like that, right? You know, this is a deep, deep red. And the finish, I would say 60-40 to the tannins, which would make this really ideal for almost anything, maybe spicy or maybe spicy sweet. But again, going back to those fatty fishes, I bet it would be remarkable in that regard. Lots of butter and ghee and some shrimp, perhaps. I see myself having some escargot with this tonight. Okay. So we have wind down. I got myself a little bit of Solver's Courage. I think we can jump into this grid to an extent. We have a Friday, December 6th construction by Robin Weintraub, edited by Joel Fagliano. So let's hop into this thing. Let's see what we can do here today. So, a meaning of Imani, the seventh principle of Kwanzaa, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that is faith. And seedless plant, I'm assuming we're shooting for a fern here. I don't really know of very many seedless plants. Sally Bowles' classmate in Chelsea per a cabaret number, and I'm not going to remember that, but I probably will. Give me a few more letters. More than some. Seems like she was like an Ellie or something like that. So let's just go with a lot. We'll just call this a lot. And sorry, can you clarify your answer? Who knows? Blank Maria Liqueur, and that would be Tia or Aunt Mary. Collies and sheepdogs by nature, and oh my, they really are herders, aren't they? So I think this is either an Ellie or an Elsie. See what else we got here. Turning point in telecommunications history. Oh, I just went and put a lat there, and I meant a lot because now I'm thinking this is probably something to do with a rotary dial. And this is how I have to check myself, or I get the little note at the nth saying, sorry, but so close. And there's nothing worse than that. Oh, it just feels so lazy on my part. I mean, I hate that. So let's see, blank prime focus of computational challenge in math. That would be the nth prime. So I'm assuming this is that a, and then I don't know what, but I think this might be enough to check or see if we're on the right track. So contrary to popular belief, they don't cause warts, and I do believe those would be toads. Seems like I heard that in a biology class, or maybe I never really believed it, but I don't know. They might be fixed. What's on the agenda? Okay, well, the first item on the agenda, zip, I guess none. Singer born et Patreon ni Brachania, and I think that is Enya. Grilling surfaces made of fragrant wood. Is this a C successor to the Metroliner? Yes, that would be the Acela. So university awarded the first PhD in the US would be Yale. So I think these are cedar planks. And I've got some in the kitchen. Got salt planks, the little slabs, got all kinds of stuff. Man, we like our steaks. Burrowing creatures of the African savanna, and I don't know about burrowing or anything, but I think this looks like it might be meerkats. Take a look. Last word in the titles of 2 1980s James Bond films, and that would be kill. Very nice. Okay, and I'm a fan of James Bond. Have to admit, though, and it's not even really my generation of Bond. My generation probably would have been Pierce Brosnan. Great Bond. And that's when they brought back the Omega, and he had that blue face Seamaster. Gosh, I want one of those so badly. But I really think that my favorite Bond is probably got to be Daniel Craig. I mean, I'm almost positive of it. I mean, he just seems like the guy, you know. Sacred creatures in some indigenous cultures. Well, I don't know yet. But it looks like, sorry, can you clarify your answer maybe? Is that a yes or a no? Gotta do my counting as I go here. So I don't know what those are just yet. Is for some. Do you see it there? Is for some would be R. Oh, that was pretty good. Sacred creatures in some indigenous cultures. I guess these could be spirit animals. Well, how cool is that? That's kind of nice to see there. Chevy sports car named for a boneless fish. Stingray. Yeah, nice car. If you like spineless creatures. In need of ice, maybe it could be swollen. Very cool. I like it. Sense that dolphins lack, and I'm assuming it's smell. I don't know that at all. But the S, the only one I can think of. I know they can see, so take away from a tail could be a moral. Yowza. Okay. McGregor of Moulin Rouge, and it would be Ewan. Bit of hypertext could be a link, and I guess Yowza's a wowie. Midsummer arrivals, like my darling Shotzi, a Leo. Very nice. Outed online. No telling, I don't know. Let's see, votes to accept. Outed online, yeah, I don't know that. 1 of 18 on the periodic table. 1 of 18, so I can't throw gases in there, can I? You can skip it. Henson Cargill comes to mind. And no, that won't make any sense to any of you, but it's like a country music singer from around the time I was born, maybe a bit earlier. But he had a song called Skip a Rope. And it's always been one of my favorite songs. I don't even know why. It's got a good moral. I mean, it's a moral song about being nice to your neighbors and not hating them for the shade of their skin or how much money they make. I mean, it's just a decent song. It's pretty basic, but I'll never forget that song, Skip a Rope. You want to have some fun, Google that. Just pull it up on YouTube. Check out Henson Cargill, Skip a Rope. I mean, it's amazing. So I guess we're talking about a group. Yeah, it makes sense. Well, in that noble gases, though. Suggest something subtly. I don't know. At first I was thinking maybe he's like PRO something, but now I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking more like drops a hint or something like that. So let's check that on the far end. Online marketplace headquartered in Brooklyn, and I'm assuming that's an Etsy, because I'm assuming that drops a hint is correct. Got a lot of confirmation bias going on here. Issa of American Fiction, be Ray. And overly fastidious, talk about just at that point you're being anal, bud. Clear weeds in a way, got a hoe. Beer buy, well, it's either that or we're talking about my abs. Sick packs. Six pack, okay, here we go. Oui to Louis, and nu. New? Okay, good. Oh, that's that X scared me. I thought I didn't put an X in there, did I? No, okay, gotta know. Good. Freaking out because I'm known for doing bad things with these things. So I think votes to accept could be adopts. This is not your typical Friday. This is a bit on the easier side, I would say. Wrapped, be consumed. And let's see, contact sites would be your eyes. Grace, who married Prince Rainier, and that would be Grace Kelly. Urgent words during an emergency. Well, I'm assuming this is not a drill. And drill. Okay. Out and online. I'm not familiar with that saying. I mean, I don't know. Join as a table, maybe sit at. Red and black. These would be bets. Primarily roulette wheel type thing. Zipped. Maybe tour. Like some histories, oral. Let's find a way to get that in there, don't they? These things don't happen overnight. Maybe it takes time. I don't know. It takes time. We'll see. Have a rash reaction, be to itch. They're often lying in beds and might be kinky. Maybe that'd be hoses. Teddy alternative. Okay, we're talking about nicknames to Theodore, so I guess we're going with Theo. And yeah, I think we're talking about hoses. Okay. Spam containers could be tins. Small change could be cents. Screenwriter's way of reintroducing some characters. That's good too. Paste. I like it. If it's right. I don't know what else it could be. Slinky or Stinky. I guess that's Pete, the Toy Story 2 antagonist. I don't know how I know that, but I know that somehow. One who gets all snooty when it's time to get a cab, and I think this would be like a wine snob joke, and that would be my mutti for sure. This is probably China's Han Dynasty. Masterpiece by Klimt or Rodin, and that would be The Kiss. Test the temperature of, say, perhaps we're talking about to sip. And checkers move, come on, baby. Let's do the twist. Chubby checker. Okay, I like it. Now that makes sense. All right, I was going to say, well, I guess you could twist the things. I mean, it looked like a twist regardless, but then I got the thing. How about they might be fixed being interest rates? Okay, well, that works for me too. A good time to start an audio book. Probably a road trip. I binge listened to the entire season 1 of Dr. Death on my drive up once to London, as a matter of fact. Tempted Fate, maybe Dared. First name and fashion designers, Tahari and Saab, and I think that's Ellie. Hedgehog Aloe would be the prickly plant, I think. Patterned cotton fabric originally from India, and I have a pair of Madras shorts that I've had for years and years, and they're still awesome. So just could be mirror. I don't know. How do we do, Bob? Okay, so, not a bad time for a Friday, right? Especially when you do as much jaw-jacking as I do. But this was a really decent grid. Way to go, Robin Weintraub. Fantastic work. Brava. There was nothing in here that was inelegant, really, at all, whatsoever. And like the nth and stuff like that you'd expect to see. I mean, like the eel that shows up, at least the clues to get there were pretty clever as well. So I would say this is an A+ grid, and I absolutely enjoyed every second of it. 11 minutes and 4 seconds of it. But I'm telling you, this was a great grid, in my opinion only, of course. But cheers. Well done, Frau Weintraub. So let's go ahead and tap that out of here. We'll bring down our baguette d'adieu. And with that, I just want to say, what a pleasure it's been to have you come and solve this grid with me. My name is Christopher. It is always a joy to be here and to do these on a daily basis. I'm not the fastest. I'm not the best at this stuff. I just enjoy them, It really is kind of that Bob Ross thing. You just kind of like, I'm not Picasso, but I like to paint, and I'm going to show you how to paint. We're going to have a good time doing it. That's kind of what it boils down to. You won't see me in any competitions, but you will find me in front of a grid on a daily basis, right? And sometimes 2 or 3, because it's just a wonderful way to keep your mind active and be thinking, and especially the harder they come, the better they are to fall when you finally get through that sucker, right? So good stuff. So thank you for all the liking and subscribing, and until we see you again tomorrow, I want you to know that your comments I just adore, and thank you for all of those. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch, auch einen Wochenende. Tschüss. Auf Wiedersehen, Servus, Grüß Gott, Ciao, Cin-Cin, au revoir. Que tengas una linda días. Masalam. Be well, take care of yourself and your friends, but especially take care of that person behind you in line. All right, be well.